Hello everyone, this is Chandu Nomula. Welcome back to our CPQ session journey. Today, this is our session 3. In this session, I'm going to cover other CPQ main two key features in CPQ package settings, that is pricing and calculation and subscription and renewals. Under the subscription and renewals, we have one of the key item which is subscription term unit and subscription prorate precision. So let's see these two key features. Under this, what are all the important settings we have in our CPQ package settings. So we covered document groups, line editor plugins, and code order and additional settings in our last session, which is CPQ session 2. In this session, we are going to cover pricing and calculation and subscription renewals in detail. So under this pricing and calculation, we have few important settings. First one is unit price scale. So this unit price scale is default set to 2. So what it represents? It represents a fractional unit prices that are rounded off to the that many decimal places. So because this is a default set to 2, because most of the companies uses 2 decimal places to round off their fractional numbers. This is what about unit price scale setting. And the second setting is calculate immediately. So this calculate immediately setting is a real-time calculation on the quote line editor whenever we enter prices on the quote lines. When you add any quote line item, let's say if you enter price to value, if we enable this calculate immediately, so this will calculate immediately. But only one disadvantage is once we enable this setting, this will impact on the performance. So it's better to not to enable this option. Only we can enable this if businesses really need this option. Even though if we enable this calculate immediately, we have to again do save and quick save when we add any line editors. So by enabling this, all the quote line editors not going to calculate immediately, not going to save immediately. So even though if we have this calculate immediately enabled, still we need to click on quick save and save in order to save our quote line editors on the code. So this is about calculate immediately. And the next setting is enable quick calculate. So by enabling this setting, this will improve code calculation time by disabling three main features. So one main feature is pricing rules, the second one is quote line formula fields, and the third one is disabling the roll-up summaries on the quote line editor. So if any company is not using these features, then you can turn on this setting. If any companies are using this pricing rules, quote line formula fields and roll-up summaries, then we cannot enable this enable quick calculate. So this is all about enable quick calculate. The other setting is use legacy calculator. This setting will enable by default. If you can see, this setting is already enabled here whenever we install CPQ package. So this setting will be by default enabled, turned on. If we want to deselect this option, this will give, when we click on this, so it will give an option to authorize a new calculation service. Because I already deselected and I authorized, that's why so once we authorize, that selection will be disappear, so it's no longer available. That's the main reason you don't see that option. So if we want to deselect this one, so it will give a option of authorize a new pricing calculator option. So, and once we authorize, that selection will disappear. This is one of the key important settings, as because Salesforce is no longer supporting the legacy calculator. So this is all about pricing and calculation settings. And the second one is subscription term and renewals. This is one of the main important setting for Salesforce CPQ functionality. Under this, we have renewal model is one of the key setting. So what is this renewal model? In this, we have two picklist values. One is contract based and the second one is asset based. Contract based model can be used when the admin contracts and opportunities or any order that should have at least one subscription product, then Salesforce CPQ will create a contract record. Also, it creates a subscription records for subscription products and asset records for the products with the asset conversion. For this contract based model can be used like the companies, if they want to sell many subscription products and they want to keep in detailed information about the subscription product, then this contract based model can be used. Whereas for the asset based model, for the admin contracts and opportunities or any order, only the asset record will be created. So this asset based model can be used if company wants to, like if company is using mostly non-subscription products, then this setting will be, this asset based model can be used so that they can sell the so that they can just take the percentage of their total products, so which will represents their subscription products, because they are not using subscription products. They are using, company is using non-subscription products in this case. So for them, this renewal model asset based will be more suitable for them. The next important setting is enable evergreen subscriptions. CPQ uses enable evergreen subscriptions to create a contract with subscription that don't have any end date. That means open end term. This can be used with this setting. So with this, once we enable this setting, so customer can cancel their subscription at any time, because this is open-ended subscription setting. And this setting will enable code to sell, manage their subscriptions without any end date. Once we enable the subscription, so they can sell and manage entire codes without any end dates. So users, so that they can select evergreen or renewal evergreen product as a subscription type. And one more important thing is, once this setting is enabled, we cannot disable the setting. So in order to prevent the users from creating evergreen subscriptions, it's better to remove the list value from the subscription type field. So this is about enable evergreen subscriptions. The next key important setting is bypass bundle structures. This setting will remove the necessity to keep the original bundle structures. That means the bundle structures on the quote will become, once we enable this, the bundle structures on the quote will becomes an individual line items on an amendment quote. So once we enable this setting, and again once we disable this setting, so what will happen is all the pricing on the existing codes, so CPQ will show all kind of unexpected behaviors and pricing differences. So when we, if we want to enable this option, we have to be careful, because this will impact on the implied codes pricings as well. So we have to be very careful before enabling this setting. And the two other main settings are, this is called dependency, I can say, subscription term unit and subscription prorate precision. Subscription term unit, this is a main picklist value, and the subscription prorate precision is a dependent. If subscription term unit is month, then under the subscription prorate precision, you have all these are pick list values you can select. If that is month, you can select a day, calendar monthly plus daily, day with calendar month weighted, month, monthly plus daily. Whereas if I select subscription term unit as day, then there is only one pick list value, which is day. So this is the two pick list values. So for example, subscription term unit, if month, that means if it is a month means you can have multiple chances, multiple selected pick list values you can select here. If it is a subscription term unit is month, then you can either select a day or calendar monthly. That means it's not the subscription duration, the subscription term length is not exact. It may be, for example, if I have a subscription term date of, let's say, August 30th, then my end date is on like maybe October 15th. So in this span of time, this is not my monthly deal. It's a prorated deal, and that means I have to calculate days because my subscription starts on August 30th and the end date is on the September 15th. So in this scenario, I have to pick days and I want to calculate month and whatever the remaining days, subscription prorate precision. So that is the main reason. If we have a term unit as month, we have all these kind of pick list values. Let's see in detail. I have prepared a table. So just to to go over in detail, let's say if subscription term unit is month, then let's say for example if my subscription start date is 10th and end date is April 15th. But if my subscription term unit is month, then months divided by 12, right? So here why we have 16 here, because even though Jan 10th and the February 9th, so if it is 2021 Jan 10th is subscription term start date, end date is Feb 9th 2022, but after that then whatever the remaining days are there, so it's even if it is one day is greater, we'll calculate as one month. So that is the main reason. So you have February, March, April, May. So here are April 15th. So April 9th will have 15 months. But after 15th, after 9th, we have 4 days extra. So that is the main reason. This is counting as 16 months divided by 12. So whereas in monthly and if it is a month plus day, that means what we'll do is exact months. So exact months means Jan 10th to Feb 9th and the remaining Jan 10th to April 9th, that is 15, and whatever is the remaining days, remaining 6 days, so that 6 days are divided by year 365 by 12, so which is this. And calendar monthly plus daily, that means the partial days in a start month, days in a start month plus whole months, and plus partial days in end month. That means this is started on Jan 10th. So partial days in January, the start of the month, whatever is the from 11th to month Jan month end. So that is our partial days in the start month, which is 22, and total months between Feb to let's March. Then end month, partial days in end month, which is April 15th, so 15 days by 30, so which is 30 month, 30 days in a month, April, by 12. So this will give you this. This is the calculation we can apply the prorated term. And the days, this is like, days is a more granular, so you can just take the days of, like, from Jan 10th to April 15th. So total divided by 365. If it is a leap year, here you will get 366. If it is not a leap year, you will get 365. So this is a more granular method of calculating our prorated deals. And days with calendar month weighted. So that means entire year we are taking complete entire year, which is Jan 10th to next year Jan, like 2022 Jan 9th, because end date always will take minus 1 day. So we'll consider that as whole year, and the remaining days, whatever will be the remaining days, it's 96 by 365. Same here. So if it is a leap year, we'll consider as 366. If it is not leap year, and we'll consider as 365. Only one thing is, if we want to enable this monthly plus daily, as well as day with calendar month weighted. If we want to enable these two options, we need to have enable the advanced calculator in order to pick these two options. So this is all about how we calculate the prorated deal. So in some considerations under the subscription term daily, when we choose subscription term unit is day, then the subscription prorated precision will default to day. So that's what we saw in the settings also. If subscription term unit is day, then you can see under the subscription prorate precision, only we have one pick list value, that is day. Whereas, and the package settings ignore leap year also we have available in the CPQ package settings. And the third important consideration is multiple subscriptions with the same length will give different price. So that means, let's say if I have two subscriptions with different dates, one is like April to May, April 1st to May 31st, and the second subscription I have is May 1st to June. So both are having same length, because in May we have 31st, and also when we second subscription, when we consider start day from May, even though May has 31st, June has 30th only. So still, if the both subscriptions have the same length, but we cannot have a same price on two subscriptions based on the length. The price will be different even though if subscription is having same length. So that is what, these are the three main considerations under the subscription terms and subscription term unit daily. So this is all about these two main settings. With this we covered key main features of settings, CPQ package settings. So we'll continue in our how to calculate and in detail with example scenarios. We will continue in our next session. So please install CPQ and keep on trying Trailblazers, and happy learning, and please subscribe to Salesforce Textbook channel. Thank you everyone.